Good day, everyone. We are the Group 4 and we will be discussing the notion of capital in sustainable development. I am Leila Shania M. Loon and I will be introducing to you our topic. The concept of capital. The concept of capital has a number of different meanings, and it is useful for us to differentiate between the five kinds of capital. And these are financial, natural, manufactured, human, and social. So these five kinds of capital will be discussed by our group one by one later. The five kinds of capital are stocks that have the capacity to produce flows of economical desirable outputs, and it is important to maintain all five kinds of capital as it is essential for sustainable development. The five kinds of capital. The five kinds of capital serves as a basis for understanding sustainability in terms of the economic concept of wealth creation or capital. It also allows businesses to broaden its understanding of sustainability by allowing them to consider how wider environmental and social issues can affect long-term profitability. Also, these five kinds of capital serves as a framework for businesses in order for us to understand the vast array of environmental issues that may come in our way, such as climate change, poverty, resource depletion, and many more. These issues become complex over time, so it is important that we understand this. The five kinds of capital, as I have mentioned before, includes natural capital, human capital, social capital, manufactured capital, and financial capital. I will be discussing natural capital and the rest of this will be discussed by my groupmates. Natural capital. So what is natural capital? Natural capital is the natural resources such as energy and matter and processes needed by organizations to produce their products and deliver their services. So natural capital includes renewable resources such as timber, grain, fish, and water, whilst others are not, such as fossil fuels, and processes such as climate regulation and carbon cycle that enable life to continue in a balanced way. These are the ways that people and organizations can maintain and enhance natural capital. So first is to substitute naturally scarce materials with those that are more abundant. Because as we all know that not all of our resources are renewable. So it is important for us to rely most on those that we are abundant rather than those that we are scarce for us to be able to achieve a sustainable processes and productions. Second is to ensure that all mined materials are used efficiently within cyclic moment systems and systematically reduce dependence on fossil fuels. Fossil fuels and mined materials are not renewable and these are limited. So it is important that we use it efficiently and not depend solely on them. Third is to eliminate the accumulation of man-made substances and products in nature. Man-made substances, especially those substances that are waste products that we produce in nature, are harmful. So, we have to make a way to minimize or eliminate the accumulation of that. Fourth is to protect biodiversity and ecosystem function. We rely on our resources to the nature, and it is important that we create actions to protect and conserve the biodiversity and ecosystem that it has. And lastly, use renewable resources only from well-managed and restorative ecosystems. So these are the ways that people can maintain and enhance natural capital. And the next capital will be the human capital, and that will be discussed by John Edward.
Hi everyone, I am John Eduardo M. Jimenez and my task is to report human capital. What is human capital and what is the role of human capital within the organization? So, what is important to organization? Now I'm gonna show my presentation. Let's all watch this. Human capital. What is human capital? Human capital is an asset consisting of the knowledge and skills held by a person that can be used by an organization to advance its goal. Human capital consists of knowledge, abilities, creativity, skills, wisdom, education, training, judgment, and experience that invest and accumulate throughout their lives, enable them to realize their potential as a productive members of society. Why it is important to organization? Organizations depend on individual to function. They need a healthy, motivated, and skilled workforce. It is considered as a key element in improving the assets of organizations since it is sustainable, competitive, advanced, and enhance overall performance and productivity. Basically, human capital is important because of some level of human knowledge and skills is necessary in order for organization to accomplish anything. Ways that an organization can enhance its human capital. Respect human rights throughout its operation in geographical regions. Understand and respect human values and different cultural contexts. Ensure adequate health and safety arrangement, incorporating physical and mental well-being. Use health promotion and education to support high standards of health. Provide a reasonable living wage and fair remuneration for employees and business partners. Create opportunities for varied and satisfying work. Allow for an enhanced recreation time and supports individuals' active involvement in society. Give employees and where possible and other stakeholders access to training, development, and lifelong learning in capture and sharing knowledge. So basically, human capital is the quality of individual within the organization. So in summary, human capital plays a very important role in people's development, improving the life and income, increasing the knowledge and skills and product capacity, and economic growth and reducing poverty. So that will be all, and thank you.
The importance of social capital in a sustainable development is that an organization relies on social relationships and interactions. Externally, it takes the form of shared value, trust, communication, and shared cultural norms in which enable the people to work cohesively and so enable the organization to work effectively. To obtain a sustainable development, we should always think for the well-being to avoid a toxic environment. Social capital talks about a quality of relationships or connectivity across a whole organization or community. It is all about having a good conversation, communication, and interactions. Externally, social structures help create a climate of consent or a license to operate in which trade and the wider functions of society are possible. Organizations also rely on socio-political structures to create a stable society in which to operate.
Hi, I am Glenn R. Labor and I am tasked to discuss about manufactured capital. Now, what is manufactured capital? Manufactured capital is material goods and infrastructure owned, leased, or controlled by an organization that contribute to production or service provision but do not become part of its output. The main components include buildings, infrastructure including transport networks, communications, waste disposal systems, and technologies, from simple tools and machines to IT and engineering. Now, the role of manufactured capital for sustainability is that in recognition of the fundamental importance of ecosystem services for human well-being, sustainability science has accumulated a large body of work on natural and human capital and their Interrelations. Most interactions between natural and human capital are not direct, however, but are mediated by manufactured capital in the form of industrial production facilities, communication devices, and extensively built infrastructure. This aspect has thus far received relatively little attention in sustainability science. The manufactured capital is the entire physical man-made stock produced and reproduced by society. It comprises buildings, transport, energy, water, waste infrastructure, industrial production facilities, and all durable production and consumer goods such as machinery, cars, airplanes, or computers. Reproducing the manufactured capital, it requires a socially organized continuous flow of materials and energy from and to the environment that collectively defines the industrial metabolism. Why is it important to organizations? Manufactured capital is important for a sustainable organization in two ways. Firstly, the efficient use of manufactured capital enables an organization to be flexible, innovative, and increase the speed to market of its products and services. Secondly, manufactured capital and technology can be used to reduce resource use and enhance both efficiency and sustainability. Here are the ways an organization can enhance manufactured capital. Using infrastructure, technologies, and processes in a way that uses resources most efficiently. Modular manufacturing systems. Product to service shifts, for example, leasing products on a continual service contract rather than a sell and forget approach. Reverse logistics and reuse and remanufacturing systems. Zero waste and zero emissions production systems. Industrial ecology. Looking at synergistics production systems where one's organization's waste streams are another's resources. Biomimicry. Mimicking nature and natural processes in industrial processes and industrial systems design. Improvements in product systems, eco-efficiency, and eco-innovation. Sustainable construction techniques when looking at new infrastructure or offices.
Good morning, everyone. I will be the last reporter of our group, which is the Group 4, and today I will be discussing the financial capital. So, what is financial capital? Financial capital are the assets of an organization that exist in a form of currency that can be owned or traded. Generally, financial capital is an economic resources measured in terms of money used by an entrepreneur or a businesses to buy the products that they need or to provide the service of their beloved customers. Why it is important to an organization? By helping in improving the profitability of an organization, financial capital serves as the traditional primary measures of business performance and success. For measures of financial capital to truly reflect the value of other forms of capital, organizations must understand the importance of a number of other factors and how to assign financial importance to them. Here are the ways an organization can enhance financial capital. First is to ensure financial measures reflect the value of other capitals. It is a stepping stone of an organization's financial statement reflect the vital value of other capital in the entity. Value intangible assets where intangible assets such as brand reputation should be valued strong as it is equal to greater profits and increase the financial value of the organization. Internalize environmental and social cost. Internalizing environmental and social costs should have an economic value to evaluate the impacts caused by the entity and to embody these certain costs. Effective management of risk and corporate governance issues. Effective management of risk and corporate governance issues are not about eliminating risk taking. Its aim is to ensure that these risks and issues are understood, managed, and communicated. Demonstrate a positive stance. Organizations should address sustainability issues that it helps the organization to mitigate risk and protect the business as well. Ensure the wealth. Organizations should ensure that the wealth created by their activities are distributed in an equitable manner. Honor relationship. Building strong relationship with suppliers and customers means helping to ensure that the work quickly resolve issues and to ensure both sides that they will get what they need. And lastly, assess. Economic impact activates respectively the economic developments in which, if an organization will assess it, an org will be a stable business environment and ensures organization's survival and long-term success. And that is the end of my discussion. Thank you and have a good day.